the weather like where you live? Where I live is cold and snowy, but I would much rather be on some island somewhere. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just snap your fingers and... Much better. Can feel a little small at times. Let's try a big city like Paris. Ah, bonjour mon ami. Let's try another big city like London. Yeah. Let's grab some fish and chips and head to the top of the world. Ugh, Mount Everest, it's cold. Let's try someplace warm and tropical. Haleakala. Wait, that's a volcano. Someplace safe, someplace safe, someplace safe, someplace safe. Ah, no place like home. So you've probably figured out by now, the way we travel around the world like this is through the magic of green screen. So today we thought we'd show you how we use green screen and a little bit of how it works, and how you can have some green screen fun too. And now we're going to take you behind the scenes and show you where the magic happens behind our movies. Welcome to the green room. So this is our green screen room because we have the green screen in it, and it's called a green screen because, well, it's green. Yeah, so then we have all our lights up there. They're all being hung with clamps. And then I usually stand here for the frame, and then there's lights shining down on me, which separates me from the background. When it comes to green screen, there are three main things that make it work. Number one, you need a green screen, or a background that's all one color, usually blue or green. Number two is that the green screen has to be lit evenly. However, it doesn't have to be perfect, because today's programs and apps are pretty forgiving. And number three is that the green screen needs to be as flat and smooth as possible. However, as you can see, apps and programs are pretty forgiving too. If you've watched any TV or movies at all, then you've seen a green screen in use. A lot of action movies like Marvel and Lord of the Rings and even TV shows are almost entirely filmed in green screen, and the effects can be amazing. But it wasn't always that way. The very first green screen effects didn't use green screen at all. The first movie to really use this kind of effect was probably The Great Train Robbery. So there, instead of green screen, they used a method called double exposure to try and get the same effect. Later, Walt Disney himself used a white screen to put a young girl in the cartoon world and called it The Misadventures of Alice. And finally, the first movie to win an Academy Award for green screen was the genie scene in The Thief of Baghdad. Now, green screen has come a long way since then, but it still works pretty much the same. A camera has three sensors, one for red, one for blue, and one for green. It's a lot like our eyes. Although the receptors in our eyes aren't exactly red, blue, and green, it's close enough to work for our example. Since the camera sees red, blue, and green, we just have to tell the camera, eliminate one of those three colors. We typically use green because it's the farthest color away from our skin tone, and you don't typically see it in clothing or costumes. But when you do, interesting things can happen. you don't need Hollywood cameras, lighting, and green screen. You can just use your cell phone, a solid color background, and a little bit of editing. There's all kinds of apps that you can download that do most of the editing for you. Or you can use video editing programs like iMovie that will still do most of the work for you. And you can create green screen effects that are simple and fun. A camera can be used as a filter that eliminates one color and then allows in all the other colors and light and magic of them to project one beautiful living image. In the same way, the Bible can be used as a filter to block out darkness and let God's light and love into our lives. Like it says in Psalms, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path."